Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to this next session of Free Coaching Friday. I'm hoping that some people will join me. I'm on time this week. Like, how fantastic is that? Like, honestly, I made it on time. No making the same mistake twice. Guys, welcome to Free Coaching Friday. My name is Kate, and I am one of the coaching team here at the Super Affiliate Network. I'm super excited to be here again this week. I had such a great time last week. Honestly, it was amazing. So I've got to remember again, my camera's up here. I need to look up here and not on my screen down here. Hi, Christy. Lovely to see you. And hi, Julian. It's great that you're here. Like, I made it on time. Like, that's so exciting. So I'm going to get started just because I know it's 3 o'clock and you're all busy people. Hi, David. Thank you for all the comments. Keep them coming. If you have questions throughout the session, then please post them. I need to just wiggle this camera a bit because I just am not looking at myself here. Is that better? Probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will try to address them as we go through. And if I miss any, then I will definitely get back to you at the end of the session. I don't like when my camera is and it's really bothering me. There we go. Maybe that's better. I don't know if that's better. Hi, Renee. So this week's Free Coaching Friday is just a continuation from last week. So last week I spoke about limiting beliefs. Oh, I really don't like this. This is just really bothering me. Oh, is that better? No? Tell me if that's good for you guys. Or like I'm just wiggling myself all over the place. Like, tell me if that works. Thanks, Christy. My hair's a bit of a mess today, though. Oh, that's okay. Is it? Okay. Anyway, right. So, so we're carrying on from last week's session. So last week, I delved a little bit deeper into limiting beliefs, where they come from, how they ingrain themselves in you. And thank you, David. And this week, what I want to do is just take you through a very simple process that you can all do to get to the root of your limiting beliefs, and so that you can start to overcome them. So I'm just going to do a, you know, Renee, I had my hair cut last week and it looked great, and now it just looks like a mop. But and these big earphones don't help either. Anyway, so so I'm just going to do a quick recap on the areas that we get our belief systems from. So we start off by experiences. We all learn from our experiences. We act, there's a response, and we make a judgment about what happened in briefly. Okay. Then there's education, formal, informal, from our teachers, from our parents, whatever education that is. So school, college, peers, friends, we have education, and that's where our next lot of beliefs come from. Faulty logic. Now, this is the decision and the belief that you make based on a poor estimation of probability. We take a small amount of data and we generalize it into a whole. So, for example, I always get scammed, or I never make any money, or everyone is much more successful than me. Okay? We take a small amount of information, we generalize it into a whole. Excuses. We're all amazing at excuses. None of us like to admit that we failed. But this is where your next set of beliefs come from. And then the final biggie is fear. Okay. All of our limiting beliefs are driven by fear. And that is because we believe that we are, so it's in response to perceived threat. And so we think that we're going to be harmed in some way, whether that's physically or psychologically. Okay. That's where, in a nutshell, our beliefs come from. If you want to know more about any of those areas, please go back and revisit last week's session. I go into it, you know, the session was half an hour. I go into it in quite a lot of depth, and that's the place to go. Then there's the language that we use. And again, I'm just going to recap. The things that you say are indicative of your beliefs. So I do, I don't, I am not, I can't, I must, or I must not. or others will, or others are. And then we have this general belief of how the world works as well. Again, if you want to know more about that, please revisit last week's session. And in terms of language, please revisit the session that Gemma did the week before, because she absolutely goes into powerful language and the language that you should be using. Okay, so I set you a little task last week to spend the week just thinking about your limiting beliefs. And I asked you to write them down, identify your limiting beliefs, so that we've got something to work on this week. So who did that? Anybody on the call actually got a limiting belief that you can work on? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Anyone got a limiting belief? Or are you all amazingly super fantastic people and you've overcome all of your limiting beliefs already? Either way, let me know. Unless I'm just not seeing the comments anymore. Somebody drop a comment in. Let me know if you can see it, or if I can see it. That's a better idea. Let me check my phone as well. Perhaps my comment stream. Renee, really? Gosh, only 3,000 a month. You can make more than that for sure. Okay, so Renee, hold that. So the first part of the process is there's 10 steps to the process. Okay. Oh, Joanne, you so can do this. Okay, so the first part of the process, you've got your belief. So you identify the situation that you are not happy with or you want to change. That's step 1. Then step 2. Now I can go really slowly on the call. We can try and do it together if you want to, or you can just make a note of the things that I'm saying and write them down and go away and do it afterwards yourself. It's entirely up to you. So step 2 is list the reasons why you think this situation has come about and why it's not working for you. Okay? So list the reasons why you think this situation has come about and why it's not working for you. And this is where we start to delve a little bit deeper. Exactly, Christy. Like literally, like everybody has limiting beliefs. Everybody has limiting beliefs. And even the people that think they don't have limiting beliefs or they've done all the work, they still have limiting beliefs, because we continue to develop limiting beliefs as we go through life. And it's just that they change. And because of how our limiting beliefs are developed, every experience will create a new belief, and that may or may not be limiting. So, this is an exercise that you can just keep doing. You've got your list of, or you've got your situation, you've got your list of reasons why you think it's come about and why it's not working. So the next thing you need to do, from the reasons that it's not working, you need to identify which of the reasons are facts. Okay, so those which other people, morning Michelle, those which other people would objectively agree with. So what are the facts? What actually happened? Okay, everything else left on your list of reasons is a belief. Nothing more. It's just a belief. Okay. And those beliefs that are left on your list are likely to originate from something false or limiting. So that's how you know this is what you need to work on. Okay. With the remaining beliefs, so we're now on to step 5. With the remaining beliefs, ask yourself, so this, you kind of need to be in a space by yourself when you do this. With the remaining beliefs, ask yourself when you first had that belief and what happened to make you believe it. So is there something underlying the belief? And then you need to keep digging and digging and digging until you can't answer anymore. So this might take you some time, okay? This might take you some time. So just to recap that, you've got your reasons, you've identified the facts, everything else is a belief, and that will be either false or limiting. With the beliefs, ask yourself when you first had that belief and what happened to make you believe it. In a sense, yes, Christy, absolutely subconsciously underlying. Definitely. So what happened to make you believe it? Is there something underlying? Is there something that's not quite in your vision? And you keep digging and digging and digging until you can't come up with any more answers. And there is your limiting belief. Okay, that's the true belief that you hold for yourself about whatever the issue is. Okay. So we found our limited belief. Hooray! At last. Okay, so now what do we do with it? Don't be sad. I'm seeing some little sad things pop up on my screen. Don't be sad. It's a great thing. Thank you, Christy. It's a great thing that you can identify your limiting beliefs, because if you can identify your limiting beliefs, you can crack it. You can get rid of it. It's a fantastic thing to do, okay? So you now have your limiting belief. Step 6 is you need to consider, how has your limiting belief affected your life? Think about the things that it has stopped you from doing. So write it down, get it out of your head onto paper. Okay, if it's out of all the time it's just in your head, you can deny that it ever existed. Get it down onto the paper, make it real. Okay, so think about what areas of your life have been affected by your limiting beliefs, holding you back exactly. And you know what, guys, you can get angry and upset about this. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be angry and upset about the belief that you've held that's stopped you from doing. No problem, Renee. It's okay to be upset about the things that it stopped you from doing in your life. So, next thing, step 7. Consider how you might change the belief that you've held for so long. Start thinking about the things that you want to do, but be realistic about it. Okay, so if you, I don't know, Renee said that she has a belief that she can only earn $3,000 a month. Okay, so I don't know what Renee's income is, but she's one of our most successful affiliates, so I reckon she probably smashes that every month. She can tell me off for saying that if she wants to. But be realistic, okay? So set yourself a small, achievable goal. A small, achievable goal around your belief so that you have something small to work towards. Okay? So if your belief is I can't do it, whatever it is that you think you can't do, set yourself a small goal to help you move towards that thing that you think you can't do. Remember the language, I can. I can do this. Okay? Very important. And that's why really I spoke about language on my last call and why you need to revisit Gemma's coaching call from the week before. Okay, so the small goal, and start with I can. And this starts to create your new belief. Okay, step 8, start acting as if your new belief is true. Now, very strangely, our brain can't tell the difference between what actually has happened and what we pretend has happened. Okay, isn't that weird? Like, we have the most amazing thing in our head that is just phenomenally, like it's just a machine, right? It's incredible, but it can't tell the difference between what actually happened and what you pretend has happened. So start behaving as though the thing that you're working on has actually happened. And then your brain starts to create the belief around it. Okay? And then step 9, Start gathering as much evidence as you can to support your belief. Determination and persistence are key to this, okay? Absolutely key. So, start gathering as much evidence as you can to support your new belief. We create, everything that we do creates evidence for our belief system. Whether that's, a limiting or an empowering belief, everything we do creates creates evidence for that belief. So start looking at, if you think you can't be successful, write a list of all the successes in your life. And, I'm not just talking about your big successes, you graduated from college, or you got the most amazing job, or you learnt to drive, you passed your test after 15 attempts. I didn't, I went first time. But, even your small successes, you know how to get up in the morning and get yourself washed and dressed. You know how to cook the dinner. You know how to make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. You know how to catch public transport to work. You know how to go and buy a train ticket. You know how to, gosh, what else is there? You know how to switch the television on if you want to get really, really small. You might not, but, really write a list of your successes and start building that evidence base for your new belief. And the thing about writing a list of successes, guys, is that every day you can add something to it. And so if you write this list at the beginning and you can only think of 10 things, and you add something to it every single day, in 2 weeks' time, you've got nearly 30 things. And then in another 2 weeks' time, you've got nearly 45 things, and it keeps going, and it just adds evidence and evidence and evidence for your new belief. Okay. So I know I've said only 9, but that's the process that you go through. Okay. And then step 10, do it again. Okay. Just do it again. What's the belief? Identify the situation that you're not happy with or that you want to change. List the reasons why it's come about and why it's not working for you. From those reasons, identify the facts, the things that people would objectively agree to. The remaining beliefs are the remaining reasons on the list are beliefs. They're likely to originate from something false or limiting. Then ask yourself, when did you first have that belief? What happened to make you believe it? Is there something underlying it? Keep digging until you can't answer anymore. And then once you've identified your limiting belief, write down how it's affected your life. What has it stopped you from doing? Get angry about it. It's okay. Then consider how you might change the belief that's held you back for so long. Start setting some small, achievable, realistic goals. Start acting like the new belief is true. Okay? And then gather your evidence to support your new belief. And then start again. Okay? This is a never-ending cycle of challenging your limiting beliefs. Guys, imagine what life would be like for you if you weren't constrained by the things that are holding you back. Imagine that. Wouldn't it just be phenomenal? Seriously. Imagine what your business would be like if you weren't constrained by the things that are holding you back. It's just mind-blowing, isn't it? Seriously. Okay, guys, that's it. Okay? That's it. If it would be helpful, then I'm happy to write the process into the comments. Please let me know if that's something that you want to do, if you didn't get a chance to write everything down. Or maybe what might be better is if I can upload it into the group. I'll work it out. I'll work out what we can do and I'll put a comment in. I've got calls. Oh, I can do it now. I haven't got calls in for another 40 minutes. No problem, Michelle. So I work out whether I'm going to put it in the comments or whether I am going to upload it as a file or whatever I do. But I will definitely do something. Guys, do you have any questions at all? There's a little delay with the comments, so I don't know whether you've got questions or not. Okay, Joanne, yeah, no problem. I will do that. Okay, I am going to assume that there's no questions. And it's terrible to assume. We all know what that does. But if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will definitely get back to you. Or you can always email me. So my email address is coachkatefarrow@gmail.com. So you can always email me that. That's no problem. But probably the quickest way, and so that everybody gets to benefit from your question, post it in the comments and I will answer it. Guys, it's 20 minutes this week, better than last week, and I was on time, like, hooray! So that's it. I'm not sure. I think James is on next week. I'm not sure what his topic is, but make sure that you are, if you can be live on the call. If not, then, you know, please commit to watching the replay. And guys, once again, I've had an absolute blast this afternoon. It is the afternoon here. I know it's probably the morning for you, but I've had an absolute blast. It's a privilege to be sitting here with you guys. Thank you so much for being on. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all your comments. And I will see you again very soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.